trainers, welcome back to Pokemon Deck Check. I would be Pokedeck.
And I'm the Dancing Bear at first base.
And today on Pokemon TCG Unified Minds, we have another deck profile. Trying to get them out as fast as possible to y'all, so y'all can start working on y'all's list. Blacephalon, GX, Party Balloon, Blounce, Clown, Cake Pop. I prefer Party Balloon.
I prefer Blacephalon.
Okay. If you want to be accurate. So, 4 Party Balloons, right?
What the heck?
4 Poiple. 4 Naganadel. 1 Dedenne GX. Ultra streamlined for ultimate consistency, right?
Give me the deck.
No, I got this.
No.
You talk.
Alright, starting off with your 4 main attackers, the Blacephalon, and you're going to be using it, powering up, use it early game, middle game, late game, you can use any game. And his first attack is really good for against other Blacephalon decks. It can put them confused, and if you get 2 burn ticks, that saves you 1 fire energy on your attacks. The GX attack is really good at the beginning of the game. Helps you accelerate energy possibly, and you should take free prize. It's good if you know you're not against like a tag team deck, because if it's against a tag team, you're better off just going with the GX attack, or the first attack. Then a classic 4/4 line on the Naganadel. Nothing too much there, just help you with energy acceleration. And then Dedenne to help you with draw, and you can discard fire, and you can use it for the Naganadel's ability.
Okay, so as we go along here, we'll talk about techs and options. But right now, this is completely streamlined for consistency. But Zapdos variants could give you problems, and we'll get into the techs if you feel like Zapdos is going to be your main threat. But right now, this is streamlined to absolutely wreck Charizard Reshiram, right?
Oh, yeah.
And it can put a hurting on pretty much any other deck out there. But this build would not be ideal for a Zapdos heavy environment. So, something of note, natural counter to Keldeo GX with Naganadel doing, it's able to basically kind of 2-shot if you have the Beast Energy, or if you have Beast Energy and 3 prizes. But Keldeo cannot one-shot it.
It can one-shot the Blacephalons, though.
Yeah, so definitely a lot of value with the Naganadel against GX, or against Keldeo GX. Forms of search, we've got the 2 Mysterious Treasure.
4
Mysterious Treasure and 2 Cherish Balls.
Mysterious Treasure is really good for discarding your fire energies and getting it back with the Naganadels, and it also helps you set up the Naganadel line. And then the 2 Cherish Ball to help you get Dedenne for draw, or Blacephalon as your attacker.
Next we go into 4 Beast Rings.
That's how you're going to be doing your main damage.
4 Custom Catchers.
And then that's your Guzma replacement.
I mean, this deck's not... Honestly, I'm on the fence with Custom Catcher, because, you're going to destroy anything that's in front of you, right?
I'm fine with Custom Catcher.
So, I'm fine with it, but I don't think it's 100% needed. 2 Energy Switch, 2 Reset Stamp.
Energy Switch is to help you in the situation where you need to power up a new attacker. So you can use Naganadel's ability, Energy Switch onto Blacephalon, attach return, and you're ready to attack. 2 Reset Stamp, really good even in the mirror match. If they're ahead, you can use Reset Stamp, put them back down, and if you know they're going to be on that big Beast Ring turn, you can play it on them and just reset all their Beast Rings.
Okay, so here's where we get into tech ideas, tech options, and straight away the Reset Stamp, Energy Switch, haven't been getting as much value out of it lately because we do play a heavier Welder kind of variant. So we're able to attach directly onto what we need. So for now, let's keep these 4 spots open with a possible 4 custom catcher optional also. So let's keep those out and we can kind of go along here. So we'll keep those kind of tech options out there. 3 Welder for energy acceleration. 3 Lily. 3 Cynthia.
Pretty generic. I'd say for a Welder deck, just running some Welder and then running 6 supporters for draw.
It's a great mix because Welder could be good early game. It also could be good late game. Mid game, you've got your B strings. So it's a definitely good option. Stadiums. 2 Ultra Space, 1 Giant Furnace, 1 Heat Factory.
2 Ultra Space. It can allow you to grab your Blacephalons for your attacker, or you can get your Poiples or your Naganadals. Anyway, it's super strong. Giant Furnace, it's going to be super powerful with the Welder combo. You're able to accelerate 2 fire energies really quickly with Welder onto your Pokemon. And then Heat Factory is going to allow you to draw some cards. Even if you're in a bad situation, just discard fire and get it back with Naganadal. And maybe you can draw into a supporter.
So in the past, Party Balloon decks would run 4 Ultra Ball, 4 Mysterious Treasure, and then either 1, possibly 2 Ultra Space. So 10 forms of search. We still have, 8 forms of search? With the 2 Ultra Space, 2 Cherish Ball, and then 4 Mysterious Treasures. So I would not cut down on Ultra Space. And if you're considering, maybe just do 3 Cherish Ball and just 1 Ultra Space, I would highly recommend against that because so much value with the Ultra Space when you can grab Party Balloons and your Naganadal line. So if anything, I would just use one of these other options to raise your Cherish Ball level up if needed. We've never had a problem setting up or finding Pokemon with this variation, so keep that in mind. Giant Furnace, you don't need a high count because there are going to be quite a few in play. With all these heavy-powered, colorless attackers and Charizard, so, Giant Furnace is going to be plentiful, right?
Mm-hmm.
Energy, 4, 8,
What is it?
12,
16?
15, and then the 1.
Okay.
Winning formula, folks. There's no reason to change it. It's the right count of energy. Yeah. So, all right. So let's talk tech options.
I kind of like what we have here.
I do too, but if you're in a Zapdos heavy environment, then obviously you want Volcanion. Volcanion absolutely cremates Zapdos.
Oh yeah.
It can one-shot it. Zapdos, it can easily one-shot Volcanion, but it has to kind of overexpend to just take 1 prize.
Mm-hmm.
So it has to have 2 Electro Powers, okay? Mm-hmm. So keep that in mind. If you do feel like Zapdos is going to be in your area, then just whatever you don't like of this right here, just throw in 2 baby Volcanions would be my suggestion, right?
I would say maybe the energy switch. Since you have the Welders and all, it kind of negates.
Like I said, with our current build right now, with Welder being able to specifically target any Pokemon with acceleration, not seeing the value with energy switch like we had in the past, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's definitely your first possible cut. Reset Stamp. This deck doesn't play from behind, folks. It plays in front. And honestly, you don't really care what your opponent's doing because you're just out in the front. You've got the pedal to the metal. Your opponent's in your rearview mirror. You're not really caring what they do. So I definitely see Reset Stamp as an option.
That's why I really only see the possibility for a Reset Stamp again in the Mirror Match.
Mirror Match, other beast decks, possibly Buzz Pheromosa, but you're one-shotting them. So,
Or Plaza.
this would have to be if you're thinking that there's going to be a lot of mirror match, then I think this is your ultimate tech against the mirror match. Agreed?
I agree.
So if you're not seeing Zapdos, if you're not seeing mirror match of Blacephalon, then these four options could be anything you want. You could up the Cherish Ball count to where it's completely overly consistent. You could up the Dedenne count so that it's even more aggressive. I mean, there's a lot of room in this deck. You could add Choice Helmet to reduce 30 damage. That's an option that has worked in the past, you know? So
Yeah.
there's lots of different directions you can go with this deck. If you don't like the custom catcher, because like I said, you're in front all the time, then that's four option spots right there. So the core of the deck, I would not change whatsoever. It's dialed in for maximum consistency. These 8 spots are your tech spots. If you're worried about Jirachis and Dedennes and Mewtwo's, then there's room for a Ditto and a well, we don't have Muck, right? Muck rotated out, so never mind. Don't play the Muck. But yeah, there's options. If you like the gusting effect, you could play Ditto and then the what is it?
Ninetales.
Yeah, you could play the Fire Ninetales for the gusting effect if you want to. So I mean, there's lots and lots of options. If you want Pokemon communication, there's room for that. But the core of the build is dialed in 100%. And going forward, this is still my number one recommendation.
It is mega good.
It can beat Charizard Reshiram.
Oh yeah.
You can tech it to beat Zapdos.
Yeah.
You have a natural counter to Keldeo with the Naganadel, the baby Naganadels. So, I mean, and then you could think about that and then throw a Choice Helmet on the Naganadels. Now you're reducing Keldeo's damage to 80.
And then times 2.
Yes.
Not quite a knockout.
Yeah, so think about that too, folks. But I think I was talking more like the baby Naganadel. But Choice Helmet could definitely be a great option in here. Other matchups, Malamar variants. This can beat the Malamar variants, right?
Yeah.
Any sort of Garatina Garchomp build or... because you just confuse them and all that, and then without Dawn Wings to move. And that's harder. That's easier said than done. I'm rambling here, but it's really good. It's number one recommended on my list. Where do you have it?
It's extremely good. It's mega strong.
It doesn't really lose anything in the stuff it does lose, like Ultra Ball. There's plenty of replacements with the Cherish Balls and with the Ultra Space. So it recovers nicely without Ultra Ball. So.
Oh, yeah.
Any other matchups that you can think of? Against Zekrom Pikachu, that could be problems because they easily hit the 180 with an Electro Power.
The Zekrom Pikachu hasn't been too consistent
But
in our testing.
Zekrom Pikachu's just looking like it. I don't know what's going on with it. It's almost dead to me, folks. I'm almost completely 100% done with the Zekrom Pikachu deck. But that could be a potential bad matchup. So, something to keep in mind. If you're expecting Zekrom Pikachu, I'm not sure. Choice Helmet could definitely help you out because that keeps you out of one-hit KO without 2 Electro Powers. So, Choice Helmet could be a very, very valuable tech option in this deck.
Yeah.
So, got anything else, Dance Bear?
No, I don't.
All right, I think I rant and rambled enough. So, it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing deck. Definitely be on the lookout for it. And I would for sure, if you're kind of on the fence, wishy-washy, not wishy-washy GX, but if you're kind of wishy-washy on what you don't want to play, no, I would try this out. Dance Bear didn't like my joke.
Oh, such a bad joke.
All right, so be excellent to each other.
And party on, dudes.